Los artículos. Articles are small words we put before nouns, people, places, or things. They tell us if we are talking about something specific or something general. In English, articles are divided into two categories: definite and indefinite. The definite "the" is specific. It refers to a particular person, place, or thing. For example, the book on the table is mine. Here, the specifies one particular book, not just any book. In contrast, a and an are indefinite articles, used to refer to something more general or non-specific. For instance, I saw a bird outside doesn't specify which bird. It could be any bird. Now, this chart shows the articles in Spanish. If we compare them with English, we can see that they are categorized not only as definite or indefinite, but also by gender, feminine or masculine, and number, singular or plural. Let's begin with, first, the definite articles for singular nouns. El is used with masculine nouns, as in the book, el libro. La is used with feminine nouns, as in the table, la mesa. Second, the definite articles for plural nouns. Los for masculine nouns, as in the books, los libros. And las for feminine nouns, as in the tables, las mesas. Now the indefinite articles for singular nouns. Un is masculine, un perro, a dog, and una is feminine, una casa, a house. For indefinite plural nouns, it's important to note that they don't have a direct equivalent in English. Unos for masculine plural nouns, some dogs, unos perros, and unas for feminine plural nouns, some houses, unas casas. They are often translated as some or a few, among other possible translations. So, what's important to remember? 1. Gender and number matter in Spanish articles. They reflect the gender, masculine or feminine, and number, singular or plural, of the noun they accompany. 2. Spanish has plural indefinite articles. Spanish has unos and unas for plural indefinite articles, while English doesn't have a direct equivalent. These words often translate to some or a few. Let's look at some examples to understand the difference between definite and indefinite articles. First, we have el libro de María. This translates to Maria's book. Notice how el libro de María refers to a specific book, Maria's book. It's a particular identify book. Now compare that to un libro. Un libro means a book or one book. It's not referring to any specific book, just a book in general. It could be any book. Similarly, we have la agenda de David, meaning David's agenda. Again, la agenda de David is a specific agenda belonging to David. In contrast, una agenda means an agenda or a general agenda. It's not a particular one. Moving on to plurals, we have los libros de Ana, Anna's books. Los libros are specific books belonging to Ana, whereas unos libros means some books. This is a general indefinite reference. Remember that indefinite plural articles don't have a direct equivalent in English. Finally, you can see how una with fotógrafa indicates a general indefinite female photographer, while la specifies a particular one. The same principle applies to un and el with fotógrafo. Un fotógrafo means a photographer in general, referring to a male photographer. El fotógrafo refers to a specific male photographer. Let's do some activities. Write the masculine article el, los, or the feminine article la, las. So, we will be practicing grammatical gender and definite articles. Number 1. Mapa, the map. We start with an exception to the general gender rules. Mapa is a masculine word, even though it ends in a. So we say el mapa. Number 2. Mesa, the table. Since it ends in a and follows the typical rules, it's a feminine word. La mesa. Number 3. Ventana, the window. Again, it ends in a and follows the rule. La ventana. Number 4. Autobús, the bus. This word doesn't follow any rule for gender. It can also be tricky because you might think it's a plural word, but it's not. In cases like this, you need to either memorize it or look it up. Autobús is masculine. El autobús. The arm. It ends in O and follows the standard rule for masculine words. El brazo. Number 6. Madre, the mother. This word has natural gender, meaning its grammatical gender matches the actual biological sex of the person it refers to. Since madre means mother, it is always feminine. La madre. Number 7. Clase, the class. Words ending in E can be either masculine or feminine, so there is no rule to rely on. You just need to remember that clase is feminine. La clase. Number 8. Lápiz, the pen. Words ending in a consonant can be either masculine or feminine. In this case, lápiz is masculine. El lápiz. Number 9. Coche, the car. Another example of word ending in a consonant. In this case, it is masculine. El coche. Number 10. Gafas, the sunglasses. In Spanish, words for objects that come in pairs, like tijeras for scissors, are often plural. Just like in English, gafas refers to an object that consists on two connected parts. Since gafas is also a feminine word, we say las gafas. Number 11. Yernos, the sons-in-law. The singular form yerno ends in O and follows the rule for masculine words. Additionally, it's a natural gender because it refers to a male person. In plural, it is los yernos. Number 12. Sillas, the chairs. The plural form of silla, which ends in A and follows the feminine role. In plural, it is las sillas. 13. Radio, the radio. This word can be masculine or feminine depending on its meaning. La radio, feminine, refers to a radio as a device or broadcasting in general. El radio, masculine, refers to the radius of a circle or the chemical element radium. Number 14. Moto, the motorcycle. This is a shortened form of motocicleta, which ends in A and follows the feminine rule. That's why we say la moto. Number 15. Días, the days. Another exception to the A rule. Its singular form is día, which is masculine despite ending in A. In plural, it is los días. Number 16. Nueras, the daughters-in-law. The singular form nuera ends in A and follows the feminine rule. It also has natural gender because it refers to a female person. In plural, it is las nueras. Number 16. Puerta, the door. Ends in A and follows the standard rule. La puerta. Number 18. Televisión, the television. Words ending in ción are typically feminine. That's why we say la televisión. Number 19. Mano, the hand. This is another exception to the gender rules. Even though it ends in O, mano is feminine. That's why we say la mano. And the last one, problema, the problem. This word looks like it should be feminine because it ends in A, but it's actually masculine. El problema. If you are confused about the word's gender, this video might help you. Let's continue with the next. Now we will be using only indefinite articles, and we need to complete with the indefinite articles un, una or unos, unas. Ejemplo, para la clase necesito un lápiz. Example, for class I need a pencil. Un is a masculine singular indefinite article. This means it refers to one general, non-specific pencil. Also, like you know, the word lápiz in Spanish is masculine. Number 1. Para la clase necesito. For class I need. You can pause the video now and try to complete number 1. Lápiz, pencil, masculine and singular. Un. Carpeta, folder, feminine and singular. Una. Bolígrafos, pens, masculine and plural. Unos. Cuaderno, notebook, masculine and singular. Un. Number 2. En la playa necesito. At the beach I need. You can pause the video. Bañador, swimsuit, masculine and singular. Un. Toalla, towel, feminine and singular. Una. Gafas de sol, sunglasses, feminine and plural. Unas. Number 3. Necesito. I need. Pantalón. A single pair of pants. Masculine and singular. Un. Note. This word can also appear in plural, as in unos pantalones. Falda, skirt, feminine and singular. Una. Camisetas, t-shirts, feminine and plural. Unas. Zapatos, shoes, masculine and plural. Unos. We can refer to a pair of shoes or several pairs of shoes, depending on the context. Okay, we are done for today. See you in the next video and thanks for watching.